Hi everyone, it's me, Anlita, formerly known as Naturally Niani and now known as Wrapped in Education. I am long overdue for this video. I've been on hiatus for a while. Had a very difficult summer trying to decide what to do with my career, whether or not to stay into teaching. So I have a whole series of videos that are coming about a lot of things, but it took me a minute to kind of get it together. I needed to take a break and I needed to take care of myself. So I've gotten a lot of questions either on Instagram or Facebook, even YouTube, about what are you doing? Are you still teaching? Are you working? Are you okay? So I'm definitely doing okay, making some progress. Anyone that's in teaching knows that it's a very emotional career. You're very emotionally connected to your students, and there are things that happen on a day-to-day basis that can either make or break your mood, basically. So I am currently at a therapeutic day school. I have completely switched gears. You guys know me. I jump into things feet first and figure it out later. So I just needed a change, and the only way to do that is to completely change and to completely go for it, trusting God and trusting my talents and trusting myself. So I am currently at a therapeutic day school, and after 15 years of being in the classroom either as a teaching assistant or a paraprofessional or a teacher's aide, and then getting my degree and becoming a special educator, a co-teacher, I would have to say that I am starting all over again. The therapeutic day school environment, as you guys know, is a private setting, and it's just different from any district structure that I'm accustomed to. There is no co-teaching. It's myself, and then at any given time between 4 to 6 adults, if not more, are in the classroom. That consists of paraprofessionals that are with me all day. Thank goodness for them. And it also consists of occupational therapists, physical therapists, counselors. At any given time, of course, your principal comes in and out. So there are just different people throughout the day. We have lots of visitors that come in and out. We have parents. We have students who are observing. We have future employees who are observing. So at any time, let's just say I've so gotten over people watching me teach or watching me do my thing. I used to be really intimidated by that, but that is no longer the case. I have to do what I do, and I have to keep rolling with the kids no matter who comes in or out. With that said, I am starting all over again. I had to literally deprogram, and I won't use past tense. I'll say I am still deprogramming everything that I know from a district setting. Some things are basic, and some things that I still know to love my kids. I still know how to do that. That's unconditional. I love my babies. I've only been with them for a month, but I love them to pieces. But there are a lot of, how can I put it? A lot of the clinical side of it, a lot of the legal side of it, and a lot of the professional duties are just so vastly different. I'll give you guys an example. I have my group of paraprofessionals, and this was one of the biggest changes, or is still one of the biggest changes for me, is that they are now quote unquote my staff. I call them my people, my crew. At one time I had all women, so I call them my girls. They were grown women, but they were my girls. But that is a different dynamic for me, having to kind of lead this group of adults when in fact most of them are 5-6 years, of experience in this setting, and I'm walking in brand new. And the difference is I'm a teacher, they're a paraprofessional. So that dynamic, it kind of puts me off kilter. I've been very honest with them with saying thank you for everything you do. I cannot do this without you. And then as with any job where you have more than 2 adults in a room, you have different personalities, you have different upbringings, you have different philosophies on education, you have different philosophies on many things. So you have to make all of those things work, but at the end, we're all child-centered, and we're all kid-centered and student-centered, and we want what's best for the students. So that whole dynamic is different, just having that many adults in the room and having that help and that feedback, and in some cases that direction, because I'm still learning. So the teacher is definitely learning in this case. As you guys know, Therapeutic Day School, you have all types of, I don't like to call them disabilities because they're not. My kids can do it all. They have challenges that they face every day, and they're a little more severe than you would find in the co-teaching setting, or they require a little more attention than they would in a co-teaching setting. So that portion of it, I'm getting accustomed to a little more quickly than I thought. The most difficult part about that, you guys know my heart. A lot of times I know that if the kid is having a difficult time, I'm having a difficult time. I see their struggles with certain things, and I don't know if you guys know, I went from 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, mainly 8th grade, and now I have 2nd through 5th grade, and a lot of my babies, they're babies, guys. I'm back into elementary education. I'm certified K through 8, but I am truly back in an elementary school setting. So now I have these little ones, and they don't get sarcasm and my sassiness. I get to leave that at the door because they're just babies. So now I'm going back to the basics of teaching them and tying their shoes and helping them do things like that, like those foundational things. So it's really funny. One of the things I love, I have a kid that I promise you guys, they call the teachers by their first name, which I hadn't experienced that either. So I'm like, Mrs. B, and they're like, no, you're Miss Anlita. And I'm like, no, I'm Mrs. Buchanan, but we're gonna make it Mrs. B. So it's interchangeable. Some of the kids call me Mrs. B, but I have one kid that, can I tell you, we can both be having the most difficult day, and this kid is like, Miss Anlita. Like the way he says my name, guys, you can just see it all over my face. It is just the cutest thing ever. So I have very good points to my day. I have very challenging points to my day, and I will gather my thoughts. And you guys know me. I'm a note maker and a note taker. I will eventually do that and gather up some videos and some things to not just inform you guys, but I'm hoping that with the new direction with the Wrapped in Education channel, is that I'm bringing more positivity, more videos that allow you guys to get up in the morning and even though you're having a challenging day, I can't say that every day, we're in love with what we do. Some of us are, some of us aren't, some of us are in the middle. But the main thing we need to do is motivate each other and know that we're needed. We're definitely needed, and we need to support one another. So that's the direction that I'm going in with my channel, is to do more motivational pieces and more informational pieces on students that have endured trauma, students who have challenges in the classroom. And even if you're not in a therapeutic day school environment, how do you handle those challenges? How do you present them to administration? How do you talk to parents about them? So on and so forth. So I'll just say, so far it has not been perfect. Like I said, I've been swept off my feet. I've been taken out of my comfort zone, but I just keep hearing that Destiny's Child song. I'm a survivor. I was built to survive. I was built to withstand this, and I was definitely designed to be with these babies and with this staff. So I know in the end, God doesn't put you anywhere that you don't need to be, and he doesn't give you more than you can handle. So that's enough of my little sermon, but I just wanted to stop by. I'm actually in the car on my way to see my mom. I haven't seen my mom since I got hired, which was approximately 30 days ago. So if any of you have a mom like mine, the guilt is totally real, and I'm on my way to go see her. Just want to take a minute, and I'm sure I've shouted these people out before, but I just want to say to my girl Glitter and Jams, thank you for all of the love and the support and the positive comments and all of those things, and thank you for tolerating my raggedy voice for your birthday and letting me sing to you. I love you to pieces. Ruth, Diary of a Mad Black Teacher, you hang in there, honey. You are needed, and if it's not by anyone else, it's definitely by me. keep doing what you're doing. My guy Real Rap with Reynolds and Not So Secret Wife. I love you guys. Thank you for your support and positivity, and please keep those live chats going. I'm usually at work at the time that you do them. Yes, I do work on Sundays. And your chats keep me, one, from being lonely, and two, they just keep me inspired, and I'm able to fellowship with other teachers that I normally would not have that time to do. Emerging educator, my Elisa, you are another one. You always call me, you always check on me. And Miss May, thank you for my classroom setup, which I have purchased all of the things. I have liked all of the things. I just have not used all of the things, but I do love the melon heads. I will never forget the first time I met you on YouTube, and I just fell in love with you, and I fell in love with those melon heads, and I'm thinking my middle schoolers are not going to buy this, but I have these little ones, and I get to use the melon heads, so I am so super excited. I cannot stop smiling, and I cannot stop ordering stuff off Teachers Pay Teachers, by the way. So if you guys would, the one thing you can do to help me or to bless me is to just drop me a word of encouragement. Let me know what, keeps you going every day. This is challenging. Like I said, I'm swept off my feet. I am out of my comfort zone every single day that I wake up. I am figuring this out, everything from software to, behaviors to, I'm a special educator, but it's just something different to be in this setting. And anyone that's made that transition will tell you that. Anyone thinking about making this transition, I would just say think very carefully, because it is something different. You are a special educator, but if you're going from co-teaching to this therapeutic day school environment, it's just different. It's different, and you have to have a lot of patience, and you have to have a lot of, I don't even know what it is that I have. I can't even create a word for it that I have to be able to go in every day and make a difference with these kids. But the blessing is, no matter who you're teaching or where you're teaching, the kids are number one, and the kids keep us going, and the kids keep us motivated, and they definitely keep a smile on my face. So it doesn't matter how my day goes. At the end of the day, when I have my kids, they're calling me and they're like, Miss Anlita, that completely makes my day. So just know that I am doing okay, and I said okay. Not doing great yet. I can't wait to check in and tell you guys that I'm doing great and the stars have aligned and all this good stuff. But no, I am doing okay. I am able to get up and make it into work and actually put on makeup some days. And that's a triumph for me. But in addition to the YouTubers that I shouted out, I definitely want to just say thank you to all of you who subscribe, all 10 of you. That subscribe and watch my videos. But seriously, on Instagram is where I really get my support and encouragement. So I just want to say thank you guys. If you've ever left a comment, sent me a DM, prayed for me when I asked for prayer, any of those things, know that I've seen your messages. Know that I also pray for all of us as a community, and know that I, as promised, have more content coming with my channel, and that I'm hoping that it is able to inspire you guys. Is anybody coming to the Teacher Self-Care Conference in October? Because I got my ticket, and I don't know if you guys have been following me on Instagram, but J.R. Rivera, oh my goodness, like I'm such a fangirl. Like, it's really, really bad. He really, really motivates me. Every morning I get up on Instagram to see what's in his stories so that I can get motivated and get dressed for work. So I literally look at that before I get up out of bed. I do my little meditation on my phone, and then I look to see, like, what does J.R. Rivera say today? So I am like beaming because he's the closing keynote speaker for that event, and I'm hoping that I get a chance to meet him, hopefully get my book signed, hint, hint, wink, wink. But I'm super excited about that. So if you guys are in Chicago in October, check that out. It's the Teacher Self-Care Conference, which we all need more of. I am going to get out of here. It's about 5:37, and I'm gonna surprise my mom. So I'm on my way out of here. Know that I love you guys to pieces. The struggle is real, so keep me in your prayers, and I'll definitely keep you in mine. Blessings and rainbows, guys.